She going live. She going live. Welcome, y'all. If you are watching this, let me turn this down because she's in the cuts. Welcome, 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 y'all. She live. Let me know where y'all at and what y'all drinking. Okay. First and foremost, let me know because we're setting a vibe. Okay. It's Friday. We chilling. We about to connect. I guess it's a Cali Rose kind of day for me. Okay. That's what I'm drinking, and I'm just excited to share with y'all and connect. So first of all, thank you for being here. Let me just dive into some show notes. Let me make sure that y'all can hear me. Let's drop something in the chat so that I can see and make sure that I'm live and I'm audible. Just say hey so I can see you. Okay, Tamay is here. Hey, Seattle. Yes. Water sign? Okay. Oh, you're drinking water. Okay. See, that's a good thing because I have the water as well. Okay. Virginia. All right. Ginger ale. Yes. Yes. I'm here for it, y'all. I am here for it. We are about to dive in. Thank you, right? But also, let me know your sign. Are you a Libra? Are you a Gemini? Are you an air sign, water sign? Let me know. Capricorn. Okay, Shamika, Capricorn in the house. Y'all, let me get you set up with one of my screens. Okay. Okay. We're just about to dive in. All right, we got Taurus in the house, Gemini too. Okay, I see the Geminis here. Y'all, welcome. Thank you for being here. Welcome, Star. Okay, it was a pleasure to meet you. Yes, well, thank you. It was also great meeting you as well. My zodiac murals are amazing. Thank you. And Pisces. Okay, we do got the water signs here. So we got Earth. We got Earth with the Taurus and the Capricorn. We got water. I see Michaela is also a Cancer. Water too. Okay, Lulu, Leo. Okay, we got the fire. We got everybody here. Perfect. Everybody here. And Virgo is in the house. Welcome, Kelly. Hey, it's good to see y'all. I love seeing everybody's name. Humble Ra. Hey, Ra. Texas, red wine. Thank you. I'm like, okay, don't let me be the only one drinking. Now, come on now. Y'all can't let me be the only one. And Gemini in the house. Hey, twin. Okay, y'all, let's dive in. What are we doing today? Okay, so some of you all might know, or you might not know, currently I have an exhibit up on display at Made Space Seattle. It's located right here on 20th in Union out in Seattle. The exhibit was called Sacred Circle, and we were having a celebration. That show has been on display for the past month, and we did an opening reception. I did an artist talk there. We did an auction. It was incredible. Thank you again to the people who came out to that event. But now we are running it back. We're doing a closing reception because we are bringing the event to a close. And actually, my dear friend and studio assistant Alicia, she's going to be helping me uninstall that show this weekend. So it's the last time to see it. Currently, Stephanie is at the location. Stephanie, if you in the house, let me know. Hop in the chat, y'all. Stephanie is the co-founder of Made Space. Let me see if it'll. Okay, there we go. Look, she got a little slideshow, y'all. She was preparing for y'all. Florida is in the house. All right, Star. Stephanie is currently at the location, and she is available. And so the exhibit is actually open right now. It was open from 3 to 8 for my local Seattle folks. But I'm seeing as the tube team is growing, I'm like, let's make more virtual options available. So we did in person and virtual for the opening reception. The closing, we're doing it all virtual. Okay. Hey, Dawn. Dawn is in the house. Hey, Made by Dawn. Thank you for being here. I love seeing your comments on the channel. So thank everybody for being here. Siobhan's in the house too. Siobhan, you're a Scorpio. I didn't know that. Oh my God. I love it. Y'all, Andy's a Scorpio. It is Scorpio season. She's on it. Okay. Won't let you comment. Okay. Hey, Stephanie, I see you. I see that you're here. I don't think, okay, maybe join me on Facebook. Just a note, y'all, if you are watching it on YouTube and you can't comment, I set that up for only people who can comment who are my subscribers. That kind of just eliminates spam and like bots and people who are trying to say crazy stuff, you know. But I'm also dual live streaming this on Facebook as well. So just a note for anybody who can't comment, you might not be subscribed to the channel. And if you are not subscribed, then you should subscribe. Okay. But let's dive into some show notes. So speaking of Stephanie, shout out to her for being here and for collaborating with me to have this show. She is also an incredible artist as well, y'all. So make sure y'all check her out at _AXSM. And y'all can learn more about Made Space Seattle at their Instagram, which is Made Space Seattle. It was formerly known as the Link Project, but now they are Made Space, and they are making space available for creators. So reach out to Stephanie, let her know that I brought y'all, okay? So the in-person viewing will be wrapping up later today. And if you are there in person, let me know in the chat that y'all are there. This replay will be saved on my channel. So if you missed it, if you came late, it'll still be available at youtube.com/AOHamer. Y'all, I love the chats. Let's keep the chats coming. Y'all don't have to wait to the end or anything. Feel free to put any commentary as I'm talking, because it really helps me know that I'm actually speaking to a live person. Right now, y'all, I'm chilling at home alone. I am vibing. And so to see y'all chats is part of me feeling y'all energy and knowing that y'all here. Okay. So feel free to comment and also ask any questions. The majority of the questions I am going to hold off towards the end. But if something comes to mind and you don't want to forget it, put it in a chat, because I want to make sure that I get back to y'all questions. Okay. Some other little housekeeping, y'all. We're going to be vibing for about an hour. Okay. About an hour. So I'm going to try not to speak too much because I really want to have more of y'all questions answered. Okay. So Star is kicking it off with what inspires your colors, what inspired the Zodiac mural. That is fantastic. Thank you for asking those questions. We are about to dive in. Each piece actually has a different story, and each piece really influences what colors I use, what the composition is. And so I think this is perfect for my YouTube community, because some of you all might know me from in-person events out here locally, but a lot of y'all who are here I can see are from my YouTube. And so you might have found me from an art studio tour. And I recently uploaded a vlog today where was it today or yesterday? One of them days, okay? Recently uploaded a vlog, and I was talking about how I've just been in my mind, y'all. Y'all know the rants. I be in my mind, and I had to remind myself and also remind other people who are looking up to me that I've been on this journey for over a decade, okay? And in that time of being on this journey for over a decade, I want to take y'all back in time. For the people who are just now meeting me and just now discovering me, let me take y'all there. But at the same time, I'm like, for the people who do know me and who like, girl, I've been following you for years. I know your whole story, da-da-da. Cool. I appreciate you for being here as well. So we're gonna breeze through some of the standard stuff. Majority of my community and supporters know that I was actually first a registered nurse, y'all. Okay, I actually went to nursing school, Bradley University in Peoria, Illinois. I'm actually born and raised in Chicago, and so I actually talked a lot about that during my TED Talk, y'all. So I had the pleasure of doing a TED Talk at the University of Washington. A lot of that story was covered in the TED Talk, and they are editing that now as we speak, y'all. We just got an update for the people who've been DMing me and messaging and commenting, asking about when that video will go live. It's gonna go live next month, this November. So y'all know, I'm gonna let y'all know, especially if you're on the newsletter, you're gonna get all of those details. Okay. Currently the live stream is available. Siobhan was there in person. Okay, Siobhan was there seeing it live. Peju was there live. Thank you so much for coming. Nalisha was there. Of course, y'all know Andy was there. Andy, my husband, super grateful for him. So the live stream is available on YouTube, but they're going to upload the video this coming November. And so I'm like, you know what? Just to save y'all a little bit of time, I'm going to fast forward a little bit. I feel like majority of people heard the story of when I was a registered nurse. Born and raised in Chicago. This is a picture of my studio in Chicago. Andy and I actually lived in Hyde Park, y'all, south side of Chicago, 53rd and Drexel. And we had a basement unit. So that's why we actually we weren't even on the first floor. We was like one floor down, okay? We were on the basement unit. There's not a Pisces piece. I need 4 more jobs. A Pisces piece, there is. I'm I'm gonna have to show that for y'all. I'm gonna have to show y'all the different Pisces painted. Y'all, all of the full zodiac series is completely done. I've painted all 12 of them. They're actually going live tomorrow. Everything is going to be available for the public. So y'all make sure y'all on a newsletter. That's all dropping tomorrow. We actually had a whole zodiac show. I feel like if somebody hasn't seen Pisces, you might be new here, okay? Because I've been working on a zodiac series for 4 years, but we can talk more about it, okay? Little bit about Chicago. Worked as a registered nurse back in the day, and I was like, let me move on out to Seattle. I talk more about that in the TED Talk, where I was really just saying that I was working in critical care in the ICU step down unit, and it wasn't for me, y'all. I'm gonna just keep it a buck. It wasn't for me. That's a whole nother long story. But I learned about Seattle when I decided to go back to school. So I came out here to attend Bastyr University for naturopathic medicine because your girl is a holistic hippie out here, okay? She loves the holistic natural healing. And so that's what really brought me out to Seattle. And I really had no idea what was in store for me during that time because I met so many incredible artists. I met so many working artists, people that I felt like I could actually relate to and connect to. And so y'all saw the previous photo of my Chicago studio. This is a photo this was my new Seattle studio. Andy and I had moved out to Shoreline in North Seattle when we first moved out here. And y'all fell in love with all the trees, all the mother nature, and I still created. And that's really where it started. Now I know on my YouTube channel, we got, my art studio tour, and it's big, it's bright, it has all these windows. Y'all, I'm about to take y'all way back because that's not where it started. It started right here in my living room. And so I don't have time to take y'all way back, okay? But I wanted to sneak this in here really quick. This was just a tiny little pic of me in 2007, okay? I had just graduated high school and I was entering college. This was my freshman year of college. I was showing some of my artwork from my high school portfolio. I was actually in AP art classes in high school, but I didn't really, everybody was there preparing their art portfolios for college because everybody was going to art school. And of course I was creative and I was painting and I was clearly in these AP art classes winning different awards. But I was like, yeah, no, I'm just going to nursing school. I just never even thought that becoming an artist was an option. So yeah, it was really interesting. How does it feel to be in my home? That's a great question, Don. Yeah, we can definitely cover that. And right, you are a nurse as well. You work for the government and public health. Yes, and do art for balance. I can totally relate to that, Dawn, because art was my therapy, so I was working 12-hour shifts. Y'all know, okay, your girl was on night shifts too. That's a whole nother story. Okay. So that was really my healing process, was to come home, come to my living room and create. And I really didn't even think that it could be a full-time profession for me. So this was me back in 2013 when we had moved out here to Seattle. Your girl tacked a sheet up to the wall. Okay. So I know I created a video on my channel. I think it's called Canvas 101, kind of showing how you can staple the canvas to the wall and just now how my process is. And a lot of people share with me. They're like, oh, I have a small space. And oh, well, I'm at home. I'm like, boo, I was at home too. Okay. So you can also do it at home if you want to. Here's a note though, y'all. We did not get our security deposit back for that apartment because your girl destroyed it. Okay. It was paint everywhere. We had paint on the walls. It was paint everywhere. Okay. So if you don't mind losing that security deposit, then no, I do not recommend that, y'all. I'm just keeping it real with you as to what I was doing in my studio. So this was me, and it was snapping some pics of me painting, and yeah, that's just really where it all started. And I had so much fun with that. This is another large scale piece that I made, unstretched canvas. So with this one, now that process, I'll share a little tip for the other artists out here who might not want to destroy your full apartment. What I did, I would go to Blick Art Supply, and they have canvas roll that's already gessoed and primed and ready to go. So that's actually how I painted this Jimi Hendrix painting at home, with the sheet tacked to the wall. I tacked the paint into the wall, and I feel like I had manifested this project. Years down the line, I was able to paint a mural at the Northwest African American Museum that's out here in Seattle. I had painted the utility boxes in collaboration with one of my friends, which was Delton Delton's son. He's actually super duper incredible. Yeah, I'm gonna just block these people in here. I thought I had the settings on to kind of get them out, but cool. And so yeah, I feel like I manifested that project, but back in the day, I had painted Jimi Hendrix, didn't even know what was in store for me down the line, and that like murals would be a huge part of my career. Now my mom actually has that original painting on display at the crib in Chi-Town. So she owns that piece. Y'all, 2013, October 22nd, 2013 is when aohamer.com was born. Let me tell y'all part of the reason that I also named the show the Sacred Circle celebration. Y'all, my circle, my community of people have helped get me here to where I am today. And so I just really wanted to take the time to acknowledge them and to really thank them. So that's really what the whole exhibit was about. We did hella freebie. We gave away stuff. We did raffles. We did the whole nine during that opening reception. And so here's a time for me to also just acknowledge my like OG people who've been with me since the beginning. And the people who were really helping me out during this journey was our two dear friends, Jordan Robinson and Kiana McLeod. They actually built my website using WordPress. Y'all did not like WordPress, but later I found out about Squarespace, but they actually helped me build my website back in October 2013. And so it's literally coming up on a decade that I've had my full website set up. And that is thanks to them. Thanks to Jordan, Kiana. Jordan and Kiana. So this, when I started just in my studio, well, actually when I started in my living room, I was like, okay, girl, you can't keep destroying the walls like this. This is not what it's about. So as I was still working as a nurse, I decided to invest my money and get a studio space. I was a little nervous about it. Okay, I was like, ooh, are we about to do this? Is she about to put her money up front? Is she really about to do that? And I was like, you know what? I really want to be a full-time artist. That was truly one of my goals. And I was like, in order to do that and in order to create in the way that I want to, I was like, I want to pour paint. That was really something that I wanted to do. And of course, in your living room, you might not be able to do that. So I was like, let's get a studio, y'all. This space was literally the size of a walk-in closet. It was at Gasworks Gallery Studios. So if you are in Seattle, that was my very first studio. They still have studio spaces available. So if you are looking, I would highly recommend them. Got that spot back in 2014. Okay, yes, that is all good, Antoinette. Yes, you here now, boo, and that's what counts. Okay, thank you for being here. Then we leveled up. Next level of the journey was getting a bigger studio. This was July 2015. Special shout out to Timothy Firth. Timothy Firth is the founder of Common Area Maintenance Studios, which are studios that's located in Belltown, Seattle. Okay, so he helped me so much on my journey. I'm actually come back to how he helped me later on down the line, but I was like, I need more space, let me move to a bigger space. And so I moved to this space. Rent was a little bit higher, but I was ready to make that transition. But I was also still working as a nurse, and so I know that we can kind of compare ourselves a lot on social media and seeing that people are like doing this. Y'all, for years and years and years, I was actually doing both. And I'm actually really grateful that I did that because it really helped me set the foundation for where I am now. And so Common Area Maintenance was a shared studio space. So that whole space wasn't mine. Like that, like it looks huge, right? I just had this spot. Okay. We all just had like little cubby section. So my cubby section was between these two pillars is where I was. And so I was super grateful to have that space. And I was like, okay, it's time to go big. So Siobhan is here, and I feel like it would be a disservice to my community, to my story, and to the people who met me back in 2015 through Black Dot. I'm super duper duper grateful for the community and friendships that I built through that organization. So y'all, let me tell y'all a little bit about Black Dot. Black Dot, I was actually one of the co-founders of it. Black Dot is an entrepreneur epicenter, y'all, and it was actually on 23rd and Union in the Central District of Seattle. And yeah, really what it started out was to help give entrepreneurs the tools and resources that they need to thrive. And that was the beginning of me also getting serious about my business as an artist. You know, I feel like White King Garrett, Mujale, Monica Washington, they were a huge part of helping me like really get into that business mindset. Like, okay, you still working as a nurse, you still doing your art kind of part-time, having a little bit of fun, but how can you really take it to the next level? And it was really the community that I had built at Black Dot. So y'all, Black Dot is still up and running. They are currently located now on 16th and Jackson in Seattle. And so they have so many tools and resources for artists, small business owners, entrepreneurs, and they were just huge for me. And I feel like I tell my story all the time, and sometimes I don't mention Black Dot. And I'm like, as I was going through some older photos and finding this stuff for y'all, I say, hold on, boo, take a pause, because Black Dot was a huge part of where I am today. And I'm super grateful for everybody who's a part of Africa Town who brought me here. And I was like, you know what? I've been saying that a particular mural was my first mural. It actually wasn't. There was actually a mural that I did with Black Dot. Now, I don't really call it like my mural. It was actually a collaborative mural that we had all did together. That was actually the first time that I had met Angel. So if Angel is ever watching this and sees this on playback, we originally met at Black Dot. So I said, let me shout out my girl Angel. She's actually one of my patrons as well. Welcome, Tony. Hey. Thank you so much for being here. Yeah, so I had met Angel back at Black Dot. And so this was us building the foundation for the mural that we did. Y'all know Andy is always my rider. Okay. He's always there supporting me, helping me in whatever project that I'm doing. And so he was there helping to pour the concrete posts for this mural that we officially put up. And this was the mural, y'all. This is actually how 23rd and Union like originally looked. There's been a lot of transitions that has been going on. And actually in a recent vlog that I did, I talked about Art Noir, which is the incredible new arts organization that is now located on 23rd and Union. So if you are local in Seattle, make sure you check out Art Noir. It was founded by Vivian Phillips, and there's a gallery located in there as well called Gallery Onyx. And Gallery Onyx was a huge part of helping me get to where I am right now. Al, Ashby, Ernie, those are the co-founders of Gallery Onyx. So if you aren't in Seattle, if you ever come visit, make sure y'all come to the corner of 23rd and Union. But this is how it looked before. It looks a whole lot different now. But this was really technically the first mural that I had did. And during that time, your girl didn't spell check nothing. Okay. I found out years later that I actually spelled project wrong, y'all. Like I wrote this, I painted this. This was like the staple piece, like photos had been around at the paper, y'all, not me misspelling. Okay. So from that experience, I learned a lot about murals and to proofread. Whatever you do, make sure you have a sketch first. Make sure you have it laid out first. So yeah, I just definitely wanted to make sure that I included Black Dot in my journey because they were huge for me. Then your girl kept creating. I feel like this is a pretty important piece of work through my career that a lot of people know me by. I painted this piece. It's called Gone, and to me, she's just gone in her own world. She's like the galaxy girl, and this is really what started a whole shift in my color palette, where I started to focus on blues and purples and just like galaxy cosmic spaces. She was the beginning of that journey for me. But then 2015 hit, y'all. And if you know, then you know that I love music. And you know that music is a huge inspiration for me. I love Kendrick Lamar. Kenny K. Dot is a Gemini. You all know that I'm a Gemini as well. So 2015, he dropped To Pimp a Butterfly. And it was everything for me. Okay. This piece, this album actually inspired me to create this painting. And this is the painting that is on display at the Sacred Circle exhibit that's now up at Maze Space, where Stephanie is up there chilling and vibing. Reign of the Butterfly. So I listened to an interview that Kendrick did, and he talked about why he even named the album To Pimp a Butterfly. And he was talking about how in our society, anything that is beautiful or talented or creative tends to get exploited. It's the real like unfortunate truth. And so he like the longer that he was being in the music industry, he was starting to feel like like he was being pimped. You know what I mean? You know, and it's like I'm actually that person who watch artist documentaries about people signing bad contracts or somebody being like exploited out of different things. And it just like blows my mind when I think about so many talented artists that have been stifled in their creative process because somebody else saw talent in them and wanted to take advantage of that. So this was my acknowledgement of we about to flip it. We about to do the reign of the butterfly. The reign as in the queen. She is going to know her worth. She is going to understand that she is beautiful, graceful, delicate, talented, and creative, but nobody is going to be allowed to exploit her because she knows her worth and she knows who she is. And so there's a combination of things going on in this painting. I absolutely love it, and this is one of the pieces that's on display up at the show, but it was really inspired by Kenny. It was inspired by that album, and it was really inspired about the story of artists, but how we can take our power back. And also, one of my very first tattoos is a butterfly that I have tattooed on my waist. And I think about that because Pamela, one of my patrons, actually shout out to Pamela if you are watching this on the replay or if you are here. She asked if I could do a special video where I talk about all of my different tattoos. I think I have like maybe 14. I have quite a few tattoos. I told her, yes, we will definitely do a tattoo story of all my tattoos and all the symbols that they mean. But my very first tattoo was a butterfly. And that's also another reason why this piece is super duper important to me. So you all can probably see, let me zoom me out so that you all can see. This was the year. So actually, so this was 2015 that the album came out. I started to paint Rain and the Butterfly. I think 2015 was also the first year that I started to do festivals. So this was a picture of my booth at Folk Life Festival. Let me know in the comments if any of you all met me in person at Seattle at different festivals around the city. I used to vend at Folk Life, Alki, Arts Festival, West Seattle Summer Fest, Fremont Solstice, like all the things. Okay, all the things. That's dope. Thank you. Right, like I love sharing the stories behind artwork as well. So thank you so much for saying that. Actually, I can like show y'all comments, right? I can show that, right? Okay. Yes. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And so part of it was I was doing all these different festivals, all these shows, and Reign of the Butterfly was one of those pieces that was a part of that show. And also, y'all, just a note, I haven't done any shows since the pandemic, since 2020. And so next summer, your girl is coming back out. Okay. I'm coming back out. I talked about this in the recent vlog saying that it was going to be a scissor summer. She said it was going to be a scissor summer. It's not. That's okay. Okay. But next summer is going to be an AO summer. And I'm going to be doing a lot of festivals again and getting back out in the city. So if you are local or if you are traveling to Seattle, y'all should check my calendar on my website because that's where I'm going to put the information about different festivals and shows that I will be at. Do a painting of Kendrick and have it sit. Oh, this is such a good. I actually have done a painting of Kendrick Lamar. I have it. I'm gonna have to show that. Like, yo, I got so much art. I have so many stories. I feel like I would keep y'all here for days if I kind of went into all the things. I do have a painting of Kendrick. That would be dope if I could send it to him. I don't really know where to send it, but if like maybe I can get in touch with his team and we can like work that out. Yeah, that is such a good point. This was Kirkland. Actually, shout out to Steven. Steven was at the opening reception for the Sacred Circle event that was earlier this month. That's actually where I met Steven. Is that where I met you, Steven? If you are here, tell me. Okay, like let me know. I think it was Kirkland. No, Redmond. It was Redmond Art Festival. If y'all did meet me at a festival, let me know. 2016, y'all, that was the year when I officially did my very first mural. And it was huge. It was huge. It was at Seattle Center. It was for KEXP radio station, a radio station that's out here in Seattle. And it was celebrating their relocation and grand opening. That was on First Avenue and Republican, I think. And that was a huge catalyst in my career that symbolized so many shifts and so many everything. Thank you so much. That means so much. Truly appreciate you. Yeah, so that was a huge mural that really kicked off so many different things. Actually, my look, since this is Sacred Circle and we kind of shouting out our people who've been with us A1 since day ones. Perry Roden is my dear friend. She's an incredibly talented artist. Y'all should check her out on Instagram. She's the Curly Nugget. And so she actually helped me paint that piece as well. She was my assistant on site for that mural. So 2016 was also a shift, y'all. I want to talk about another painting that I did in 2016. December 2016 is when I took my first trip to Ghana, my first trip to Africa at all, and I always had wanted to go. I went thanks to my dear friend Jolene and Kamari. We actually both, all three of us had went out to Ghana. We started to teach art workshops to a local school out there at the village Kaswa. The name of the school is it was the People's School for Positive Education. We were celebrating their 10th anniversary and I was painting with them and it was so much fun. And during that time, y'all, I was baptized in the waters in more ways than one. Okay. I think I might have to do a whole video about my experience in Ghana and really what that meant to me. But we went to the slave dungeons in Elmina. We also visited the ancestral river path. I have so many. I feel like I want to make a whole video that's just dedicated to my trip to Ghana, but it was really transformational for me. And this was back in 2016. Like this felt like a minute ago, you know, and it really shifted my whole perspective about who I am, my identity, my ancestors. It just really gave me so much pride for me being a Black woman, you know, and to know that I come from the strongest breed, you know, like the strongest people that made it through so much. And I'm like, if those are the people's blood that's running through my veins, I can do anything. So it was super empowering for me to have that experience and completely changed my life. Okay. And that's a whole nother rant, but I want to make sure that I get to y'all questions. But yeah, completely changed my life. So you know what I had to do. Yes. Oh, did you go? Did you go? I love that you went to Ghana. Travel truly does enrich the art. 100%, April. Thank you for being here. It's so good to see you. Let me know in the chat, like, where are some of the places that y'all want to go, or where have y'all been that has inspired your creative process? Yeah. Oh, I would. So, right. Awesome. Positive. First of all, I love your name. Okay. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Yes, I should definitely. Yeah. I'm gonna have to share. I'm gonna have to share more about that. Okay. Hey, Stephanie, you here? Hey, hey. Yes. Glad you was able to get it. Okay. Perfect. Y'all take a sip, stay hydrated. Let me do both. Okay. Quick drink for me. So Ghana was truly enriching. Yeah, that okay. Okay, Rock, just for you, okay, because you said you can't wait. Look, just for you, okay. So after that experience, I say, okay, your girl got to create. Like, what am I about to create from having this experience in the water? And so, the water experience was so I actually went with a whole group of people from Seattle. It was probably about 60 of us, y'all. Like, it's. I mean, I specifically talk about the three people that I went with, but like a lot of Seattle people were going at that time, which was truly incredible. So some of the people came and actually brought some of their ancestors' ashes with them, and we had a whole ceremony where we like poured our ancestors' ashes back into the ocean, and it was just yes, okay, clear. I'm gonna make a whole video about that. Okay, it was transformational, but we were on the boat, we was in the water, I was in the ocean, like feeling all the vibes. Okay, so I'm like, okay, I feel like I was just baptized by the waters, you know. So I started this piece, the baptism, and this was the different layers that I created in order to make it come to fruition. Now, mind you, this was like my first kind of bigger studio where now I could kind of move around, splash a little bit more, make a whole mess. I don't know if y'all saw from the previous slide in my other studio, I had a plastic bag like tacked to the wall because I was just dripping paint so much. I didn't want it to seep into the drywall. But in this studio, I actually had like concrete walls. So I was able to pour a whole lot more. I was able to get messy. I was just really able to like go in on it. Hey, Hannah, good to see you. Welcome. Thank you for being here. Plan to go back. Yeah, like I'm telling you, going back to the ancestors' land is truly transformational. That would be dope. Like take some pictures in Norway. Oh my God, that's probably beautiful. Yeah, Antigua. Okay, April. That would be wow. That's where your people hail from. Okay, I'm with it. Yes, you do have that print. You do have that print. Thank you so much, Hannah. Y'all, Hannah is in the house. Okay, she is a patron. Love her. Thank you so much for being here. So, y'all, the baptism. This is when I was like, from the trip in Ghana, I feel like it truly cracked my whole third eye. Okay, got cracked open. Okay, so like the all the chakras got realigned. Okay, I was like, ooh, I'm feeling like I'm here for something for real, you know. And so in that, I wanted to display that. And so with this piece, I feel like I used so much. I used a palette knife actually to create this like crystal kind of form. It was a palette knife here. I was pouring the paint, I was dripping the paint, letting it get a lot more freeform. Some of my older works, it was more very delicate. Like I was intentionally painting a woman's face and being very like meticulous with how she looked. The baptism I felt like was really one of those pieces where I was like, let's just pour the paint and see what happens, you know? And so from there, the baptism was born. And I used so much. This was like such a fun piece to explore different layers of myself when it came down to my experience with Ghana and getting connected to my ancestors, getting connected to my identity as a Black woman. But it was also transformational in the creative process because I used so many different tools in creating this. This was like the first time that I had used like a palette knife. I had used this metallic sort of medium that gave you this sort of texture, but at different angles, it shines. I also use Golden's interference paint. They have this interference blue-green. So at certain angles, it looks blue, certain angles, it looks green. I also use spray paint on this piece. Like, look, we just threw the whole kitchen sink at this painting, okay? Listen, we have to use everything, all right? So with this piece, you might be able to see in the back, it's these black dots. So the way that I created that was using a stencil. So what I did was, it's like this, I have a perforated cookie sheet that has holes in it. It's a sheet of metal. And so I use that as a stencil taped off this area. And I really wanted to have this like a luminescence that was coming from her crown. Yeah, yeah. Katharina, thank you so much. You said, wow, I love it. I'm gonna have to show some of this so y'all can see it. Your art feels like an expression of who I am on the outside. Oh, that means so much. Well, we must definitely be connected to, because this is truly an expression and a reflection of who I am. And so I'm gonna put this in here for Pamela since she wants to know about my tattoos. Once I finish that painting, that's actually when I got another tattoo. So y'all can probably see from the baptism, she can I click it? Let's see, will it let me? Okay, well, no, it's actually let me go forward. But anywho, from the baptism, she has closed eyes. And it was also, I was deep in my meditation practice at that point, y'all. Like I was like really getting in tune and really going inward. And so the baptism was one of the first pieces that I painted with her eyes closed like that. So that's when I got the eye closed tattoo, to also always remember, sometimes close your eyes, shut it down, go inward and remember your inner truth, because that is the thing that's most true to you. You know, I remind myself that all the time when I start looking out, comparing, seeing what's going on in the world and everything. Shut your eyes, boo, because the ultimate truth is truly within you. And that is that you are infinite source and that you are love. So everything else is a part of the cosmic illusion. So sometimes close your eyes, right? So that's why I got that tattoo. And I look at that one often. I need that reminder often. So absolutely love that one. Let's keep on going, y'all. 2017. So the year after that, right? This was my studio, common area maintenance. I didn't have storage at that point, y'all. So I said, look, we're gonna have to store them up on the walls. What was really nice about that space is that I think the ceilings was like 20 feet. It was just really tall ceilings. So I was displaying my artwork up there. It wasn't intentionally for display. I know they all crooked, looking at how that's mess, but they were really just up there for storage. And I'm super grateful. Actually, now that I even look at that display, y'all, just about all of those paintings are gone. Thanks to my collectors and thanks to the people who have bought my work. And so the one that is still there is the one that I'm talking about, which is Transcendence, the one that I'm painting here, and Reign of the Butterfly. So these are like my OG paintings that I created back in the day. Yeah, so shout out to my collectors. Okay, shout out for y'all for getting those. Jazzy's in the house. Hey, beautiful. Thank you for being here. It's good to see you. Y'all, so with Transcendence, I was like, okay, now YouTube, do not shut down my live stream. Okay. I don't know what it is about the internet having issues with nudity, but y'all, my posts be getting taken down, all sorts of stuff. They're crystal nipples. Okay. Like deal with it, YouTube. Deal with it. The woman's body is so magical and amazing and beautiful. And Transcendence was that piece where I really wanted to embody that. I wanted a goddess who embodied the light. So actually, I had wanted to mention, because I was talking about my tattoo. Nick actually did my tattoo. He was a dear friend that I shared the studio with at Common Area Maintenance, and he was practicing with his tattoos. He was like, "Can I practice?" I said, "You can practice on me." So that's he actually did that tattoo of the closed eyes on my arms, and he also did the tattoo in the center of my chest, which is a prism. And so, so Nick has done multiple tattoos on me in his experimental journey, but he's actually done a damn good job. And when I created this piece is when I got this prism tattoo. And so part of the prism is when you really think about when light hits a prism, hits this crystal form and how it's refracted and all the colors come out, kind of like the Pink Floyd album, you know? So I wanted her to embody light. And so this what it would look like to me, especially after coming back from Ghana, after getting connected to spirit and source and the ancestors. She has this dynamic Nefertiti crown with these crystals and this prism. And so now she has become the full embodiment of the light. And so I just love Transcendence. This is one of my favorite pieces. And I talk about, thank you, Antoinette. That means so much. I appreciate you. I talk about this on my YouTube channel. I have a video talking about the Zodiac show. And I say that the Zodiac show was my first solo exhibition. And now it was, but technically it wasn't. I say that it was my first solo exhibition because on that scale, it was like my first big show, right? But my actual first solo exhibition took place right out here in Washington. Yeah, took place at Edmonds Community College. Okay, so shout out to the college students at Edmonds Community College. This is when I really had my first solo exhibition, and Transcendence was in that show. Okay, so you might see her tucked in back there. Transcendence is there, and I actually pulled this out for y'all. So that show was called a Gemini trying to balance the poles. And so you all might know that my Instagram is AO Hamer. My website is aohamer.com. The O is my middle name, which is Octavia. So that's why the name of this show was, and I got this pulled up here too. A Gemini trying to balance the poles. And this was the postcard. I keep all my little things, partly for me, also for my mom, y'all. She has like a collection of all of my things, okay? All the newspaper articles, all the magazine publications, all the things. Mom has them and I keep them for her. And so this was one that I had kept for myself, since technically this was my very, very, very first solo exhibition. And that was back in 2018. And that was up at the Edmonds Community College. And Transcendence is actually on this postcard. So that's also why I keep that and just keep it super duper near and dear to my heart. But the other piece that was on display at that show, which was let me see how I got this ordered. Yeah, shout out to the college. Y'all like, see, let me not do a whole rant because I wanna get back. I want to make sure that I stay on task. Okay. We already coming up on 7 because y'all know I could talk. Okay. Yes, but pretty much shout out to the college kids, y'all. Like, I am here right now because of festival goers, college students, community members, community leaders. And so I'm just super grateful for the people who helped get me to where I am now. And I do not despise the day of small things, okay? Because it's truly been the foundation to help me get here. And so, yeah, this was like the opening night. The students came out, some of the professors came out, and I was like, ooh, I got a show. Ooh, this is my solo show. It was so much fun. The other reason why that I don't technically call that my first solo show is because it was like closed, like kind of only the students could see it. So it didn't really feel like a public show. Whereas my Zodiac show, like the entire world can see it. Like anybody could go into the space and see it. So going back to Kenny, because clearly y'all, like around that time, Kendrick was going hard. Like he was just dropping albums, dropping music, everything. And I was just super inspired by that. Also, everybody was like, actually, Beyonce was dropping Lemonade. I was super inspired by all the music that was coming out at that time. And I created artworks about those works as well. But a whole lot of those pieces have already sold and are already gone. So I'm kind of just talking about specifically the paintings that are still available for y'all and that are still currently on display up at the Sacred Circle exhibition at Made Space Seattle, where Stephanie is right now. Okay. So y'all, damn came. Damn. Okay. April 2017, Kenny dropped Damn. And I say, I am here for it. Actually, me and Andy went to go see him in concert. Where was it? The White River Amphitheater? Was that Auburn? It was somewhere out here. Okay. Like y'all, all TDE came. It was a full TDE lineup. SZA was there, J-Rock, Absol, Schoolboy Q. Even though I don't like him, he just like his words, his lyrics is like, damn, he's like just the most misogynistic person I've ever heard. But anywho, not a Schoolboy Q fan, but anywho. And then Kendrick was there. Okay. It was an incredible lineup. But one of the tracks on that album is called God. And I love that. I love that song. And the lyrics is this what God feels like. And so one of the exhibits that I did during this solo show that I had a mirror and like an altar set up. And I had titled that piece, This is What God Looks Like. I got some typos there, but y'all get what I'm saying. Okay. This is what God looks like. And really what I wanted people to do was to stand in front of the mirror and look at themselves and actually realize that source, the divine, God, infinite intelligence is within you. And so like whenever we can look outside of ourselves for answers, it's actually all within us. And the moment we close our eyes and get quiet and go within and actually realize that everything that we're looking for is already within us, then that's when we can have the actual truth. And so this was the piece that I created. I don't know where that mirror is anymore. I probably do, y'all. It was probably a whole long story about that. But yeah, so that was kind of inspired by Kendrick's song God. He said, this is what God feels like. I was like, that's what it feels like. What is what it looked like? And it looks like you. And so the journey continues. She hit the festival streets hard. I think maybe this is a photo of when I was in Kirkland. Yeah, and then I just continued on my journey, y'all. Shout out to Africa Town and Y King Garrett for helping me actually get this opportunity at Liberty Bank. That's where I painted a mural there. And actually Al Doggett and Esther Irvin, both of them were the curators for that show. And well, not show, but for that building that actually helped me get that opportunity to have a mural on display. And so y'all I feel like, so now that kind of like brings us to current day, but I wanted to take y'all back in time to all the different studios that I went through, like the different paintings that I was working on, the different evolution of things. So currently, thank you, Star. Right. That's a Drew painting. So currently, this is actually shout out to my other patron, Scott Redmond. He was the reason that we were able to do the Zodiac show that was on 9th and Thomas. I painted a unicorn mural in the lobby, not lobby, but actually in like the elevator area. That's actually all on the vlogs, y'all. So y'all gonna have to go back to the YouTube channel, binge the vlogs. I share a lot of that, but I painted this unicorn mural thanks to him. 2019 is when I won the Nettie Award through Cornish College of the Arts. And now currently all the Zodiac Queens have been alchemized in metal. And they are on metal panels on the corner of Bourne and Lenora in, it's kind of like South Lake Union. No, that's like downtown. Yeah, that's like just in the heart of downtown. In the heart of downtown, those Zodiac pieces are on display thanks to Cornish. And I'm super duper grateful for them being partners as well. Paint at the V, the Black Lives Matter mural. Also have a vlog on my channel where I share more about that. And really, I was speaking of people that's making things possible. That was thanks to Takia Ward, T-Dub Customs. I talked about her as well in this recent video. yeah, super grateful for Symetra Financial. That's why I was able to get a mural that is currently now at the Climate Pledge Arena. Y'all, mom came out because mom is the GOAT and she be holding me down. And so, yeah, for the people who aren't familiar, all of the zodiac queens are complete. Okay, every single one of them, starting with Aries and in Pisces, they are there. I had a grand show. That's Leo actually there. I had a grand show, the Zodiac show. Let me know in the comments if you were at the Zodiac show. Say I was there. I was there. Put there in the comments. I know Siobhan was there. Hannah had came through for the actual studio event that I had did, the private studio visit that I had for my patrons. So super grateful for you, Hannah, as well. Let me know if y'all was there. So we had the Zodiac show. We had all of the goddesses up. I have a video on my channel showing that as well. We launched all the prints this past summer. So everything was available. They had all been available. We took them down, gave me some time to focus and create and start a new series, which I'm working on. That'll be another thing. Yes, Hannah was there. Yes. Yeah, for all y'all that was there. I'm hating big time. That's hilarious. That's all right. That's all right. Yes, Tony was there. Tony was in the house. Tony was in the house. Love it, love it. So we had so much fun. There was Morgan there. Like I was signing her clutch. I was signing everything, y'all. Y'all was super sweet. Pamela's here. Love y'all to life. Okay, my family flew in. My mom was there. Aunts, cousins, family members, y'all, it was incredible. And of course, my patrons, we had did a private like meet and greet lunch date that was at a local restaurant that was out here by my studio in Ballard. It's called Giddy Up. It's like a burger place and kale. They got vegan burgers, they got regular burgers. It was so much fun. And truly, it's about my patrons are making this possible for me, y'all as well, my supporters, my collectors, my customers, and just people who've been rocking with me. I'm truly, truly grateful for y'all. And so that's really what it's been about, you know. Thank you, Hannah, for reminding me as well. You mentioned that you're excited for the December open studio event. Thank you for saying that. Y'all, the studio is going to be open once again. I don't open my studio often, but when I do, I'm going to make it look sexy. Okay, speaking of Kendrick and Element. So December 3rd, you are invited to my studio. Anybody who is in the local Seattle area or just Washington State area, my entire studio, we are going to have our doors open. So I actually share a studio. There's like a giant warehouse of artists in my building. There's about 40 different artists there. I'm on the second floor and I have a private space, but we're all opening our doors. So that's going to be the time where you can come through, shop. You can see my creative space and where I create. We can talk one-on-one. You can ask questions. And it's really just a time for me to connect with y'all. Y'all might be noticing in a theme that I just love connecting with my people. I truly do. And I know at the end of the day, when the lights settle down, okay, and like when it all comes down, the people who've been rocking with you from the beginning, those are the people that I really love to cherish and keep close and hold to my heart. And I'm just like, I just appreciate. I feel like I just appreciate my people so much because for a long time, I didn't think that this reality was possible. I was like, I could only go to nursing school. I have to do something in medicine. My mom is a nurse. She actually still works as a full-time registered nurse in Chicago. My aunt's a nurse. My uncles are doctors. Everybody in my family was in healthcare. And for me, that was going to be my path. That I really didn't even think about it. Nobody made me do anything, but I really didn't even think about other options. And so the people who have helped me get here, y'all have reminded me that this is a possible reality. And I don't take it for granted ever, ever, ever at all. And I'm just super duper grateful for y'all. And so that just wraps up my whole like rant and my whole chat about my art, my career, those 3 specific paintings that are still up on display at Made Space, where Stephanie is right now. Y'all, I'm gonna drink some water. I'm gonna vibe and connect. Let me put something here in the chat for me so we can see that y'all there. Let me know if y'all have any questions. I'm gonna hydrate and then we can listen to some throwbacks because I love a good throwback. Let me hydrate really quick. I was about to get the wine, but I'm like, girl, get the water first. get the water first. Let me hydrate. Yes, get some water, April. Stay hydrated. Stay hydrated. All right, y'all. I'm feeling better. Look, she got some water. She took a break. And also, y'all, just some quick housekeeping too. If you are still here, tomorrow is the day that the Zodiac gift boxes and the entire Zodiac shop goes live. So you might be like, what is that? What is it? What is it going to be? All of the Zodiac prints are coming. They're going to be available. We're also making clutch bags available. We're also doing journals, and all of that is coming to you all tomorrow. So make sure you are on the newsletter, because that is where that's where all of that information is going to be. Let me actually pull that up for y'all. And Hannah has a great question here. What do you Right. And Stephanie is there till 8 o'clock. So if anybody's in Seattle, if you are near the central district area, if you kind of around 20th and Union, that is where Stephanie is located. She's there vibing out there, keeping the space open if anybody wants to see the paintings in person. So yeah, would love for you all to stop over there. So Hannah says, what do you do when you have an idea that you can't translate, to canvas? Classic artist struggle. Oh, totally. You know, I let go. I truly let go, because sometimes that's all you can do when you have, like, all of my paintings look completely different on canvas than how they did in my mind. Like, I had an idea in my mind about what I wanted to create or how it was going to be, and then it turned out to be completely different. And I'm like, sometimes it actually turned out better, and I'm like, wow, this actually turned out beautiful, and I couldn't have even thought this up if I tried. And those magical moments happen whenever I'm just pouring the paint, letting it flow wherever it wants to flow. That's when I be feeling like I'm a channel. You know what I mean? I had said in my Zodiac video, when I was talking about each one of the Zodiac paintings, I had said we, and then I was like, who is we? And I'm like, actually, there is a we. There is a full collective consciousness, like our spirit guides, our ancestors. Everybody is with us during that creative process. And so when you do, like, let go and but of course, like, I think it's totally great to have a certain idea in mind, but I think it's important to kind of like let go of it looking a specific way. I think there are more options with digital art though too. Like, digital art's been fun. Let me know if we got any digital artists in the chat, because that undo button is the GOAT. Okay, I've been playing with digital stuff, and I'm like, oh, I could just run that back. I can delete it, and So yeah, maybe Hannah, try some digital stuff, especially if you wanted to look a super duper special way. Shamika, hey, welcome. Thank you for being here. How do you decide on the themes of your series? That's a good question. Usually it starts with my readings. I love to read. I have another video on my channel talking about art and spirituality. I'm the Black hippie. Okay. Like, I'm deep in the like metaphysical world. I'm actually reading the Sacred Tarot book. And I know a lot of my community members want me to do a tarot deck. I may or may not. I don't know. But from my readings is where I get a lot of my inspiration. I think I will do a tarot series where I'm doing paintings. I don't know if I'll make it available as like actual tarot cards, because I don't really read tarot cards, but I love all the tarot major arcana and archetypes, because they hold so many messages and so much symbolism. They're just so powerful, but part of my spiritual practice is closing my eyes, going within. Like, I really don't like do much. Of course, like, I have my whole little altar here too, right? She got her Palo Santos, she got her sage, she got her incense, she has her candles, but when it comes down to hearing divine messages, what helps me is just sometimes just closing my mouth, getting quiet, closing my eyes, and going within. And that's where I find my most important and potent truths, you know? So yeah, Shamika, from experiences, music as well. Like when Beyonce dropped Lemonade, I must have had 17 paintings for Lemonade. When she got pregnant with the twins, I did a whole B series with twos and twins. Like just so many, like so other artists inspire me as well. Music, my readings, travel. So I was talking about Ghana. So that was a whole inspiration as well. So, but I do love having themes. I feel like it's really good for me to have structure. So that's kind of how I do Star, we got here. I'm gonna make a Crown Royal apple and cranberry and take a sip for you. Yes, please. Okay, that's my friend's. That's one of her favorite drinks, Kiera. If you ever watching this on the replay, boo, that's your drink. Okay, Crown Royal apple and she loves that. Actually, speaking of Crown Royal, my dad, that's his favorite drink is Crown Royal. And so as a kid, he would give me like the little purple Crown Royal bag as my purse. So I was like the little second grader who brought her little purse to school and it was a Crown Royal bag. I know it's probably like, why does this little 8-year-old, what is she doing? It's like, yeah, my dad loves Crown Royal. Okay. And that was my purse. And I loved purple. I didn't even put two and two together that like this was actually like a bag for alcohol. I was just like, it's cute. It's velvet. It's velvet. Love it. Never knew art until I saw yours. Okay. Sending good vibes. Thank you. Truly do appreciate that. Yes, Kelly, get you a drink too. Get you something to drink. Are you going to do okay? Yeah, Shamika. Yeah, what you talking about that tarot? Yeah, definitely. I'm gonna do some. I feel like so the Zodiac series took me 4 years with the tarot. What the from my readings, and of course, there's like depending on the deck, there's between 76 and 72 cards. But what I would focus on is the 22 major arcana. And so for the Zodiac series, of course, it was 12. There's 12 Zodiac signs. And that took me 4 years. So I'm like, okay, if I do 22, that might take me 8 years to a decade, and which I'm cool with too. I really love doing deep work. And I really love like diving deep on a subject and like learning more. Actually, here's one of my other books too. I can share this with y'all. This is the other book that I'm reading about tarot. It's called Mystical Origins of the Tarot. They go deep, y'all. They take you way back from Europe to the Middle East to Egypt to Africa, just like all different. Of course, Egypt is in Africa, but they go way back about the origins of tarot, and it's not what you think around it just being like a card game in Europe. So this has been a very interesting read. I'm like just diving in, but yeah, I'm a do my interpretation of it, which I think will be really interesting. Yeah, you are welcome, Hannah. Um Okay. Hey, Nisi, welcome. Thank you for being here. You said you can't paint from imagination, so I go for portrait art. Why can't I do imagination? Well, like we're all different, right? Like we all have our different processes. Now, the thing is, I learned that we can do all things with practice. Okay. My mom, like thank God for her. Okay, one of her favorite scriptures. You can do all things through Christ Jesus. I say, okay, my yes, amen. I think you can do all things through practice. Okay. So I practice a lot of doing things from my imagination. And so I think that's why it's kind of good for me. So if you practice it, you actually might be surprised, so try a couple pieces where you are just like, now, I actually have a video about this on my page. I think it was like things that inspire me or creative, like, things that help you with creative block or something. I watch a lot of sci-fi movies too. Y'all can probably tell that from the color palette that I use. I use a lot of purples and blues. Yeah, clear. I love Avatar. Okay. Super geek for Avatar 2. Who's geek for Black Panther? Okay. I can't wait. Y'all just saw Rihanna drop the video. I haven't watched it yet for Lift. Is it Lift Me Up? Is that the song? Let me know. Tell me. Let me know what the Rihanna song is. Y'all heard she's playing the Super Bowl. Like, I'm here for it all. Okay. So I watch a lot of movies that help spark my imagination, that like gives me ideas. Of course, I read a whole lot of books. I watch listen to a whole lot of music. So I'm constantly getting visuals, I'm constantly getting visuals in my mind. But how you were saying that you aren't able to paint from imagination. One, you probably can. Okay. But second of all, the other thing that made me think about it, I actually paint I don't know if better is the right word, but whenever I do have a reference photo near me, I am more satisfied with the end result. I'm like, oh, this actually looks like a person. You know what I mean? Like this actually looks like a real person versus me creating kind of like this sort of abstract anime kind of cartoon version of a person. So I have been using reference photos a lot more. I think I talked about that in the Gemini video too. Okay, yeah, right. So you a black hippie too. Hey, I'm with it. Look, you are in a safe space here. Okay, we are all in this together. My pleasure. Mhm. It truly do, April. One day at a time. You just gotta keep practicing. Small improvements. That's gonna be a whole nother video. Like y'all giving me video ideas. Hold on, because I'm at. Oh no, I did do a video about that. Okay, there's a video on my channel called like finding my art style or something like journey to self love. Why be going deep, y'all? Like everything got to be deep for me, but it's like because the thing is like my identity and just me as a person is so interwoven into my art that it can be difficult to separate the two. So it's like whenever I'm on these self-healing journeys or self-love journeys or like exploration journeys, there's usually a painting or a some sort of work of art that comes from it. And so I talk about that in that video, finding your art style. Oh, and I showed y'all some throwback art. Did I show y'all some throwback art? I think so. If I haven't, I'm gonna do a whole nother video showing y'all my throwback art because it was not good. It was all right. Let me stop. It was okay. It was okay, but practice makes perfect. Yeah. Is it diverse? Yes. Like y'all, I love Seattle, and I feel like this is my city. I truly do. I was talking to my friend Takia, who is born and bred from Seattle. She's like a true like Seattle native, and I was like, yeah, girl, it's coming. Like literally next year will be 10 years that I've lived in Seattle, and I was like, okay, T, like once I hit the 10-year mark, am I like officially like a native? Like, can I call it my home? Like, she's like, nah, never. No. I was like, damn, sis, like for real, I'm like, Seattle, my home. Like, stop it. Like, Seattle is my home. And it's a lot more diverse than the world gives it credit for. The thing about Seattle, there's pockets, right? There's pockets. The Central District used to be the pocket where the incredible, vibrant, dynamic Black community used to be. And there's been a whole lot of gentrification that's been taking place, and that's just real. And I think it's taking place at a lot of cities all over the world, but it's really impacted Seattle. But it's been great seeing the community leaders, community activists really advocate to make sure that there are certain spaces in Seattle that are going to remain a Black hub, and so that's really what they're creating on 23rd and Union. So yes, it is. I love the community. It's completely incredible. Hop on the newsletter because that's where, so y'all, we building a whole thing on the site. Okay, we building something on the site called community events, and that's where I'm going to be sharing different events that's going on around the city. That's pretty like my vlogs is like sharing with y'all all the different things that's going on in the city. So yeah, y'all can tune into that. I link everybody in my descriptions, all the different artists, the different shows I'm at, different locations. Y'all, actually, there is a really good Facebook group if you are interested in connecting with the people of color in Seattle. That's actually the Facebook group. It's called Seattle People of Color, SPOC. So that's on the Facebook group. I want to show y'all this really quick just because tomorrow is a very big day. The big day tomorrow is the I'm sharing my screen. Oh wait, no, I'm not. Okay, wait, am I? I don't know. Can y'all see this? Okay, there we go. Now I can see it. Okay, y'all, the gift guide. So tomorrow, this is what's popping off. Okay, the Zodiac gift boxes are going live. Those are currently available for the patrons right now. If you are a patron, the shop is literally open for you right now. It is shutting tonight though for the patrons, but it'll still open for the public. So patrons, once it closes for you, you can still shop, but it'll just be also available to the public where the prices have changed. But y'all know y'all have y'all discount codes that you can use anytime for anything, anywhere. Okay. But just like a heads up, patrons, like your private shopping experience is ending tonight. It's ending tonight at midnight. But this comes to the public tomorrow. Okay. I was just sharing that for the patrons because we do have some patrons here. But for the public, if you aren't currently a patron, this is going to be available for you tomorrow. So we're doing gift boxes. So in the Zodiac gift box, we doing 3 greeting cards. Okay. So much love again to my patrons. For the longest time, I was shipping them 3 greeting cards every single month to people in my Supernova tier. Since then, we have transitioned away from that. And now I feature them on my YouTube channel in the credits. But I'm also now making the greeting cards available for the public. This is a rare time. Okay, this rare and kind of probably not only time. Maybe I'll do it. Maybe I like in-person events, but this is definitely going to be the last time that I'm going to be shipping them out personally from my studio. Because if you watch the vlogs, then you know I don't like shipping shit. Okay, I don't. Okay, I'm being real about the shipping process. And it's funny, I watch other like YouTubers and stuff, and they be like, "Oh, packing orders, shipping," and I'm like, "Girl, like I just want to paint. Like I just want to be real. I'm just getting real clear about where I want to be on my journey, and it's really just sharing my energy, sharing my love and light and creativity, and sharing my art as well. But there's other tools to do that, and I'm learning that. Okay." So, but we're doing this one special time, just doing a special shout out to everybody who's been rocking with me since the Zodiac series. So in the gift boxes is going to be 3 greeting cards, a journal, a clutch, and a candle. If you don't want the gift box, you don't have to get that. Actually, all of the stuff is available individually as well. So if you just want the greeting cards, you can buy those. If you just want the journals, you can buy those. If you just want one clutch, you can get that too. So literally, it's like the whole holiday shop is open. And these are the journals. We got a large size and a small size. They're blank pages on the inside, so you can draw or you can sketch. So exactly, April. Those shipping prices be unpredictable. Okay, unpredictable. So I'll set one price on my site, and then now I'm trying to ship it, and I'm like, "Ooh, okay, that has shifted the profit margin." You know what I mean? So I'm like, okay, let's just get real about this process, you know? And so, yeah, making it available for y'all. That's all coming available tomorrow. So if you are on the newsletter, you're going to get all those links. Make sure y'all are on the newsletter. And the way to do that is to just go to my website, which is aohammer.com. And yeah, you can, there's links everywhere. So you can come down here, you can join, or you can join the wait list, because that's actually the people we giving them a special discount code. Y'all heard it here first. I didn't told the tea. Look, I didn't told the tea. I said it in the newsletter. I usually don't say public things that I say in my newsletter. But since y'all here with me, y'all vibing, we drinking. She got the Cali Rose. Can we talk about Snoop? Like, what is Snoop doing? Like, what is he doing, y'all? I'm here for his grind. I truly am. Much respect to him. So if you do join the wait list, yeah, if you join the wait list, you're gonna get a special discount where you get even more savings. So that's exciting. That's where you can join. You can do it here. Let me hop in line. Boom, you just put your email. Okay. So just letting y'all know that's all coming available for you tomorrow. Just another reminder, the boxes are only available until November 11th. Okay. That's it. They're only available to November 11th because I'm being honest with myself. But I would love for y'all to have them. I would love for y'all to experience them. Yes, it's still holding it down. Yes, right, Stephanie. Yes, you still and made space is definitely available. Yes, she's definitely holding the space down for Black creators and entrepreneurs as well. So yes, Seattle is a thriving place for the POC. Okay, 100%. What time does your store open to the public? Thanks for asking, Tony. On the live, what am I about to say on the live? What am I about to say on the live? No, because Tony to go. Tony to go. It actually goes live at midnight tonight. Me and Shannon gonna be in there turning it on. So yeah, I'm not making posts and all that stuff until tomorrow morning, but yeah, we actually like literally flipping the switch tonight at midnight. So it's gonna shut down for the patrons, and then it's gonna open for the public, and the patrons can of course take part in that as well. But Yeah, yeah, I would love for y'all to take part in that. The prints are going to be available too. I have the hand signed prints. Yeah, once those prints are gone, those are going to be gone. But I'm just excited to get back out in the Seattle streets. I'm excited to travel too. Yeah, Tony, my pleasure. Thank you for asking too. Like I appreciate that, y'all. Like as a full-time independent artist, these are like you all literally directly fund my career. Like you are directly contributing to me paying my studio rent, paying my team, paying my personal bills. You know what I mean? So thank you all so much. Like I'm like a true human being out here. And it's kind of difficult in this Amazon world, y'all. You know, I think people are like, oh, well, like the shipping should be fast, the shipping should be free. And it's like, yeah, yeah, I'm a human being out here. We are hand shipping things, you know. And so the only things that we are hand shipping this year are the Zodiac gift boxes. Everything else, we are going to have that be fulfilled by a third party manufacturer. And I'm really happy for that. I feel like you all can get y'all stuff at a good amount of time. It'll be perfect. It'll be great. So make sure y'all don't delay on that. Yeah, like let me know if y'all got any more questions because this has been great. We've been vibing out. I'll probably wrap up soon, but yeah, Humble was asking any advice for new artists like building a platform, community, etc. I love that question, Ra. I truly do. My advice, y'all, is like, hold on, like that's a whole like how deep do y'all want to go? Like put in the comment, how deep do y'all want to go? Like let's like look since we vibing, we here. If you here with me, look, my attention is 100% on you. I'm ready to answer y'all questions and give it to you how you want it. So let me know. Do y'all want to go deep or you just like, oh, just like general? Go ahead, write it in the comments so that I can see as I'm gonna continue to hydrate. I also just have like some little bread. It's like, okay, girl, don't drink without some on your stomach, you know. And I hadn't like had dinner yet, so I was like, let's have a little snack. If y'all snacking, let me know. Go deep, okay. She said go deep. Okay, look, look. She said go deep. Here's what I'm gonna tell you about building a community. There is no formula involved in it. What it's about genuinely caring about people. Like it's not like, oh, let me like reply to this comment so that they can see I got a sale. Let me do this so that it's like if you have if you have this other agenda behind it, that's gonna show, you know. And so I think what's really helped for me and just even building this community, I'm like genuinely interested in y'all. You know what I mean? Because I'm genuinely grateful for y'all being here right now. One, for people buying my art, for people coming out to shows. Like in this oversaturated world right now, how many people are y'all seeing on Instagram and you just scrolling right by? You like, okay, whatever. Okay, like how many videos are y'all seeing and you aren't scrolling by? The people that y'all checking for and the people who really mean something to you is for the people who have paused and taken time out of their day to actually see you, you know. And the thing is, when y'all are here, it acknowledges to me that you see me and that you want to be a part of my experience. And I don't take that for granted at all. So I feel that in order to build a community, some of it is unpopular. Some of it, what I had to learn, I'm a be real because Ross say go deep. Okay, I'm gonna be real. When I be souped up on Gary V, when I get souped up on the business podcast and like all the other little information, sometimes I have to shut that shit down because it talks about how like do this, like just it talks about this like quantity of content, like doing so much and trying to make something scalable. Y'all, compassion sometimes isn't scalable. Like when you reply in the DMs and when you reply in the comments and when you take in a moment to have a real like a Zoom. I was just on Zoom conversations with other collectors. You know what I mean? When you taking the time to sit with people, and for a minute, I was trying to like just get rid of that. I'm like, man, that's taking up so much time, and you know, I'm just trying to da 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 da. You know, but it's like those are the people who've been with you who like literally, y'all, I had people who met me at festivals from like 2014, 2015, who were college students, and now they have become collectors, like literally have spent thousands of dollars with me because they have stayed on my journey. I've stayed in contact with them. They've stayed in contact with me. And so it's literally about just having genuine relationships out here. And sometimes that's not scalable. Sometimes that's not having 100,000 followers or having 100,000 subscribers. It's really about taking the time to actually like connect with people. And so like this is that moment, right? Like I'm taking it to like, this is called a sacred circle, like the people who've been A1 day, like A1 day one. It's like I'm taking the moment to see you, to acknowledge you, to say thank you. And because y'all, I mean, okay, I've been in Seattle for a minute, and your girl has done a lot. I've worked with a lot of organizations, I work with a lot of businesses, and I'm so grateful for all the big successes that I have. Okay, I'm gonna tell you this though. Okay, when those contracts are done, that's done. It was a transactional relationship. They paid my invoice. I gave them the painting. It was done. I said thank you. I made the Instagram post. We smiled. We did the shock face. We did all the things. But when those corporate sponsors are gone, the people who are still with me are y'all. Like literally. So it's like those big contracts, those big commissions fluctuate so much and are so unpredictable. And I think the people who go deep in the like big, like maybe like big shows or like big galleries or big whatever, when they lose sight of the actual people, the real people who help get them to where they are, that's when their whole foundation starts to crumble. And so I study a lot of people. I watch a lot of documentaries. Yeah, I've probably seen every documentary you can think about a celebrity, an icon. I haven't watched Genius, y'all, by Kanye, because let's not go there. Okay, let's not go there. A Chicago Gemini. Yeah, he's a Kanye. She's a Chicago Gemini. Bruh, he really, yeah. Anywho, okay. I've watched a lot of things and I've seen a lot of people lose sight of the vision. And I think it's really important to get clear that there is no making it. There's no, I made, hey, like all the things. At the end of the day, the people who gonna still be with you is the people who was with you from the beginning. And the people that you take the time to make sure that you know that they are important in your life. And so just like any relationship, y'all heard it 1,000 times. It's about being consistent. Here she's going, it's like, yeah, no, I'm here. And so I really want to treat it like a relationship where I can be here and present. So that's really, yeah, totally had quality over quantity. And I had to learn that. I had to learn that when I was in my burnout period, just like trying to do so much. And even in the process of planning for these, hey Brittany, hey, thank you for being here. Yes, right. Thank you, Kelly. So you gotta go, Steven, you won't look. Hey, y'all here for y'all just vibing. What y'all doing right now? It's Friday night. Like, okay, tell me in the chat. Are y'all about to cook dinner? Are you about to see the game? Like, what's up? What y'all doing on y'all Friday night? Well, what are y'all gonna do after this? Because we are gonna be wrapping up soon. So if there's any other questions, let me know. But yeah, Hannah, totally. You was talking about quality over quantity, and I really had to learn that. And so even in this holiday season, right? It's like everybody about to be pushing their products. Everybody about to, like, y'all about to be flooded with IG ads, y'all. Like, get ready. Okay. Like we all getting ready. I'm barely even on the gram, y'all. I post my stuff. I like hanging my stories and then shut it down. Okay. And so it's like we're constantly flooded with buy something. But when I'm thinking about my list of people, like the people who I'm about to buy something for, I'm thinking about my family members, and I specifically want to intentionally shop from artists, creators, people who I know, instead of going to Amazon. And so that's really what I've even learned. And with launching the Zodiac thing, it's not like how many more Instagram reels can I make. I'm like, how deeper can I go? How can I be more present? You know what I mean? And so me being here with y'all is just me being present. I'm like, y'all don't care. Everybody dancing on IG. Like that ain't about to make me do nothing. You know what I mean? Y'all don't need nobody else doing something, So I'm just grateful for y'all being here. Yeah, all the things. Yes, some of them. Yeah, okay, totally. Totally. Yeah, they feel that it's not who I am. So I love this response. And I think that's part of it, right? It's like knowing who you are, you know? And I feel you the same way. A lot of the stuff that people were saying just didn't resonate with me. I'm like, I don't really want to do that. Like, that's not, now, of course, there's like certain fun things where it's like, yeah, I'm clearly somebody who loves music. I love dancing. I will continue to twerk on the IGs. Okay. I will still be on the gram, singing, dancing, having fun, painting, and creating. But what's really been important to me is these like relationships, and people ask about like all the different things, like the show that I did, the murals that I've got, all those like big moments that I've been able to share on YouTube and Instagram. It happened in the quiet place. It happened in the email. It happened face to face at a festival. It happened to somebody coming out to one of my shows and me having a conversation with them. You know what I mean? And so it reminds me that even if you don't see the fruit of your labor right now, even if you don't see the flower blooming right now, you still planting the seed, and that seed will bloom. Like if you put it in the right conditions, and if you continue to be patient. I just uploaded that. I just talked about that in a recent vlog. Y'all check it out on the YouTube. The 3 cards, the oracle cards that are on my altar right now. I'm looking at them now. So it's higher self, incubation, and patience. And so thank you, Hannah, for your comment on that as well. You were saying that you had needed to hear that. So totally, you working, Tony? What you doing? Look, you on my live and you working. I love it. Sleep after this, almost 11. Oh, right, East. Okay, April, where you at? Right? Oh, you said Virginia, I think, right? Look, don't have me scroll all the way up. I think it's Virginia. Twisting your daughter's hair after that. Okay, look, lay them edges down. Look, y'all, these locks are getting insane. I'm gonna have to do a whole video about my hair journey and how natural hair and my hair has inspired my work. And oh, that's cool though that you are getting your daughter's hair nice. Nisi 2023. You were saying that you want to switch from hobbyist to professional. Yes. What advice do you have for me to start the journey? This is good too. I'm loving y'all quick. Like, y'all keep them coming. Like, look, I'm chilling, y'all. Andy, he is, babe. Are you on the call? Let me know. Look, Kelly said watching you. I appreciate that. Let me know if you on the live, babe. So y'all, Andy is visiting family. So he isn't here right now. So I'm like, okay, I'm home alone. I'm vibing with y'all. Y'all, I'm like rarely home alone. So I'm like, look, we just chilling. Okay, Nisi, NYC, you in New York? Dope. Okay, so you mentioned that you want to go from hobbyist to professional. What advice do you have for me to start the journey? I would say actually hold on to your day job for as long as you can. Okay. I think what people do, they leave their job too soon, and they actually get the rude awakening that, oh, this is harder than I thought. This ain't no play out here. Like, oh, you got to get rejected every day. Oh, every day. It's like you got to. I've just gotten so strong. I'm just like, cool. I don't even, when somebody reject, it's like, okay, moving on. Like at a certain point, you just have to keep going. But it's different when your art becomes your primary source of income. That's when you start getting into that mindset of like, oh, well, I have to make this to sell, or will this sell, or da da da. Keep it actually, I would say keep it a hobby for as long as you can. Leave from your job when you are in a position where literally you can't handle the two anymore. And not from a mental, emotional health stand, from like literally a time wise where you like, my art is in such high demand right now, and it's paying so many of my bills right now. I'm able to actually successfully make that financial transition from professional to from hobbyist to professional. Because what I am grateful for a long time, I was still working as a nurse. So I was just having fun, y'all. I was at festivals like, hey, da, 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 versus stressing and being like, oh, I gotta pay the rent. Like, please buy a print, please buy a print, and like people can feel that energy, people can feel that like clingy, desperate energy. And so I think what helped me is that I had a solid foundation. One, my husband, shout out to Andy. He was supporting me. He was helping me on the journey, but I was still working as a nurse because we still needed money coming. He was working, I was working. We both had to bring money to the household. But when I did transition and when I did go full-time art, it was literally because it was like, man, I got I got a show every weekend. I like somebody want me to paint this. I have this mural. Like I was so booked and busy that it was like, okay, this is the time. Versus like, oh, I just want to paint all day. And like it's like if you just want to do that, great. Keep it as a hobby. Keep it as a hobby because the energy shifts when it becomes a business, you know? That's just real. I feel like people ain't gonna keep it real with y'all like that out here, but it shifts when it becomes a full-time thing, and you can sometimes find yourself moving in different places where you like, man, I actually kind of don't want to do this one particularly, but okay, you know what I mean? It's like the mortgage, you know what I mean? And that's just real. And I also think that there's no shame in that because we still got to eat out here. So whether you eating from going to some corporate job you don't like, or painting a corporate painting that you might not be like, oh, super in love with because you want to paint chakras all day. You know what I mean? It's like there can definitely be a comfy middle. And I think part of that is getting to a place in your art career where it's like you already flooded, you know, like I already had it built up, and I'm just really grateful for that. Does that help, Nisi? Let me know if that answers your question. I'm just like going in today. I'm so here for it. Yes, love you. Okay, you said okay, right? You were saying you locked your hair almost 3 years ago, and it inspires me also to the hair vlogs. Okay, yes, yeah, it's been I locked 2011. So yeah, was it 12 years? It's like 12 years that I had my locks. Yeah. But then I cut them and then like they grew back. Y'all, when you start sitting on them, it's another thing. Like they got so long where I was sitting on them and I was like, yeah, no, like I need to trim these. Like I was on the bus. Okay, now I'm better. Now I understand how to move through life with waist length locks. You have to consider your surroundings. Like you can't just be out here willy-nilly. It's like, where's my hair? It's like a second tentacle, you know. It's like, hold on, if I'm on like the bus or just anywhere or like in a restaurant or like a public place, like I keep my hair near me, you know, because I don't want it to touch like yo, because like then you out at a restaurant at a public place, your hair just touched the bus or whatever, and now you going back to your bed and your hair is laying, you know what I mean? It's like, yeah, no, my hair is like, it's my being, it needs special care. But when they first got waist length, they must have dipped in everything. The tips was in barbecue sauce. Like it was, I say, let's just cut these ends because they are filthy. There's no amount of soaking and washing that can get off what is on these. You know what I mean? Yes. April, all right. Look, girl, okay, you said sitting on locks hurt. Snatch me your whole head one time. Oh, honey, I feel you. I feel you on that. Like, been there, wrench my whole neck. And then like Andy, he'll like put his arm around, you know, and then I'm like, babe, like, okay, my hair, you know, that's a whole other thing. Okay, y'all, look, we've been ranting. It has been an hour and a half. I had so much fun connecting with y'all. Okay, this has been an absolute blast. Okay, your homework today, okay, what I need you to do is head on over to YouTube. You might already be on YouTube. I done talked about all the videos that I have up. And so, yeah, maybe just binge some videos. If y'all still trying to, you know, be in the AO vibe, go ahead, binge some more YouTube videos. I was gonna pull it up, but y'all already on YouTube. I guess I was gonna kind of just tell y'all some of these videos if you were curious about different things. Yeah, I mean, we vibing, you know, we vibing. Head on over to the YouTube channel. Yeah, see some more videos there, but also just make sure that y'all ready for the launch that goes live tonight. All of the goodies. Look at it. Me is up there. It's like AO is live. That's me. I'm live. It's so funny, y'all. Like YouTube has really been fun for me. I'm gonna share my screen with y'all so y'all can see what I'm saying. Yeah, Hannah, I'm so glad you made it too. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you for your questions. I hope this was helpful. And of course, it actually patrons too. If we have more patrons here, y'all, the best way to reach me is in Patreon. Okay. If you ever want to send me any messages, if you have any questions, that is the best place for us to connect. I am getting better with the DMs. I am just like a little bit slower to them. And so I just want to make sure that I'm answering y'all questions, you know? So yeah, thank you so much for being here, Hannah. And yeah, if y'all are not on the newsletter, make sure that you get on the newsletter. Let me share my screen so y'all can see what I'm seeing. Yeah. So this is the channel. This is where we are now. We live, we talking. We just dropped this vlog yesterday. Keep it pushing, butterfly. Okay, did y'all see SZA the shirt? The new video that just dropped. SZA's new song shirt. Y'all, I said she going deep. Okay, I see some symbolism in there. Let me know if y'all see the symbolism. So she just dropped her new her new song, but I titled this vlog, it's giving SZA seasonal depression. Okay, so we was going through it in that video, but we had a whole lot of fun. And I show y'all in this vlog more about the Zodiac boxes and just vibing with friends. I went to Seattle, just different events. Like this video is a whole vibe. Yeah, we go deep in some of these other ones. If y'all are curious about how to stretch canvases and stuff, I have a whole video about that, how I store my canvases, an art studio tour. This is, I think I might say this in this video, but this studio tour, this is my 5th studio. So I showed y'all some of these other pictures in the in this live. I showed y'all like all my other studios. This studio that I'm in now, where I'm vlogging and doing all these things, that's my 5th studio. Okay, so it's like it's taken me a journey to get where I am. And yeah, just some fun other stuff. I think somebody else had asked about how do you paint things from your imagination? This was I would highly recommend this one, creativity rituals. So I have different rituals that help keep me inspired and help keep me creative. So yeah, I talk about the zodiac pieces, talk more about my lock journey, another exhibit that I did at Bellevue Art Museum, and more of my murals and some of my other past live streams. Some of y'all might have been there actually. I think Hannah was there for the Patreon one. If you are an artist and you want to start a Patreon, I highly recommend this stream. I like, y'all, that was an hour and 17 minutes. Like I broke down Patreon and like all the different things, and yeah, shared more about my Patreon as well. Y'all, I do have a Patreon, which is one, it's like the highlight of my thing. Like y'all, Patreon is my safe space. You know, like y'all probably know, especially if you watching me on YouTube. Y'all know YouTube can be fun. It can be really fun. You can find your community, but everybody on there isn't your friend. You know, like everybody who's commenting aren't your subscribers, aren't your like sacred space of people. And so when I want to go deep, like when I want to go that like next level down to maybe like some unpopular opinions and different stuff like that, I share a lot of that in Patreon, and I give them exclusive access, first access to a lot of things. And I'm inviting them to in-person events too, like private in-person events. So for the Zodiac show, they all came to my studio. I had gave them a studio tour in person. We all had went out to lunch and dinner together. And I'm excited to do more of those events next year now that we, 3 years post 2020 and the Panini press and all of that. Next year is about to be lit, y'all. Beyonce is touring. Taylor Swift is touring. Riri's dropping new music. SZA say an album is coming. Ari Lennox just dropped her album. I'm loving it. Okay, Hoodie is a vibe. I'm here for it all. Okay. Thank y'all so much for being here. No worries at all, Hannah. No worries at all. For you being a patron is just more than enough for me, and I appreciate you for being here. Okay, thank y'all for being here, and yeah, I will see you all soon. Okay. Thank you again. And I hope you all have a fantastic night. Okay. Y'all get the hair done, stay hydrated, do all the things, and I will see y'all soon. Okay. It's my pleasure, Tony. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you. You are more than welcome, April. You are more than welcome. Awesome. All right, y'all. I'm tuning out. And thank you, Stephanie. Stephanie, if you are still watching, thank you so much for doing what y'all. Stephanie's about to wrap up in like 15 minutes. Thank you, Siobhan. Thank you for being here. Love and blessings to you as well, Nisi. Thank you so much to Stephanie. Stephanie, I'll go ahead on home, girl. Look, it's 7:45. Look, if anybody hasn't come, they're probably not coming now. It's 15 minutes till close where she's at. So thank you so much for everything that you have done. And I hope y'all have a fantastic night. All right. We heading out. Peace.